Hey guys, Jungle Explorer here, and today I'm going to be doing some electrical work here. Bought this older mobile home with the older style electrical system that is no longer up to code, and frankly it's quite dangerous. So I'm going to be taking this outlet out and putting a new modern outlet in, and showing you how I go through that process so that you can upgrade your electrical system if you have these old style outlets. Now let me first take this outlet out to kind of show you what I'm talking about and why this particular old style, what I call a quick mobile home outlet, is really not desirable and quite dangerous. Most electrical house fires occur as a result of a faulty outlet. That would be a large majority of your house fires are caused by a faulty outlet. And in this case, this is one of your really bad culprits right here, because this is what's called a quick outlet. Simply, there's no box around it. It literally is a outlet and a box in one, and you just cut a little hole, put it in. It's got some, to get it out, you can't really just pull it out because there's tabs that are bent out. So what you got to do, go in is on the top corners, and bend that tab back in by getting that tab. Literally, they just put the outlet in, bend these tabs out behind the sheetrock, and you just got to bend these suckers back in on all four corners, and then the outlet just pops out. And pull it out here. Okay, so you can see there's no box around it. It is the box and everything all together. And these are the tabs that I just bent out when they put it in. They just put a screwdriver right in here and just twist it like so, and bend that tab out. Do that on the top like that, and that's what holds that outlet in. That's all it is. So you bend those things back. Now let me show you here what makes this outlet so bad. It's what I call a quick outlet. It has, you just pull this tab here, and then there's one on the other side that you got to get in, and then this top plate comes off. And if you look right here, you can see that all they did was ram the wire down in here, and you can see these little metal tabs on each side. They didn't even skin the wire. They just rammed it down in there. Those metal tabs cut through and made contact with the wire. And what makes it so dangerous is that it's just really not enough connector contact with the wire to handle a lot of amperage. And if this outlet comes under a lot of pull, say there's a space heater connected to it or whatever, this is 14 gauge wire, and that's capable of 15 amps, but the connection here is not capable of 15 amps. It will create some resistance due to poor connectivity and eventually heat the wire up and cause it to have a bad contact, which could cause the outlet to catch on fire, because bad contacts equal resistance, resistance equal heat, heat causes fires. And so these are not good outlets to have in your house. If you have them, you need to get them out because they could burn your house down. So what we're going to do is simply just pull this wire out of here. We're going to ruin this outlet getting this apart. No biggie, because we don't like this outlet anyways, and we're not saving it. So out that comes. All right, now, okay, we're just going to cut this right in half, right here. There's no box in the wall here, so the first thing we're going to have to do is put a box in the wall. Now, this people that put this in, they didn't put these outlets next to a stud, so there's nothing to screw into. So what we're going to need is what we call a sheetrock box, which simply is a box that can go in any wall, and it has these flip-up tabs so that when you tighten them up, it'll suck up against the wall and hold the junction box or the outlet box in the wall. But the hole is not the right size. So I'm just going to push this back in here for the time being. Get it out of the way. Push it over to the side. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to line this edge up with this edge of the box and the top with the top edge. That way I only have to cut on two sides. right there. And then here we'll start right here, mark that there, mark down this side, and mark this in line here. Okay, so we see that we need to come across, cut that much out, and a little bit off the bottom here. Just going to use this little saw right here. Cut this out. It's just a little multi-tool. That's all I happen to have. It's not real hard to do this because it is a pretty thin paneling. Come down the bottom. Now we're going to see if our box will fit in there. A little bit oddball on the bottom here. Okay. Get that out there. Alright, let's see if the box will fit in there. It's hitting the back. The wall's just a little bit deep for this, but that's okay. It'll work just fine. Alright, now we'll go ahead and get our wires out. Now in the box here we have these tabs. We're going to bring, this one goes to the top, this one goes to the bottom. So we'll bring first, push that in, and bring the wire through the top. Give ourselves a little room there. And then we'll bring this one through the bottom. Okay, now we can put the box back in the wall. And cinch it up. Alright, now we have our box in our wall and we have our wires here. Okay, so now we're just going to strip these wires, this coating off this wire. So if you have a really sharp knife or safety knife, I use my pocket knife because I keep the tip real sharp on it. We're just going to split off some of this coating here. Pull it back. Go ahead and cut that down. Get rid of that paper. Same thing on this other side. Okay, now we're ready to go in with our new 15 amp grounded outlet here. I like to put the ground on the bottom. Some people like it on top. I think it's an individual preference thing. So before we even try to put the outlet in, we're going to get this ready. This is 14 gauge wire, so we're going to use a wire stripper, and we're going to strip off about 1 inch of wire off of each, 1 inch of coating off of each one of these connectors. This is the hot wire here. Okay, now since we're putting the ground on the bottom, notice that on the outlet there are 2 colors of screws. This is gold and this is silver. This is where the black wire, the hot wire, goes. The silver is where the white wire goes. This would be the neutral and the hot, or on the outlet, the small side is the hot, the large prong is the neutral. Okay, now since screws turn clockwise, you want to bend your wires in the direction that the screw is going to be turning. So on the hot side, we're going to use the special built-in wire bender here on the stripper by bending them upwards. Okay, I'm going to do that with both of these, stick the wire through just so about 1/4 of an inch and bend it over. Okay, now, so both of the curls are to the top. Now on the neutral side, the screw is going to be turning the opposite direction. So we want to bend the neutral side the opposite direction. Stick the wire through just a little bit and bend it over. Okay, stick your wire through just a little bit and bend it over. You'll see why that's important here in a second. Okay, now we have a ground wire, but we only have one screw. So on the ground wire, we're just going to twist it together very tightly. Go ahead and cut that off a little bit. Using our lineman's pliers here, we're going to twist the ground wire together, like so. Okay, now I'm going to trim the ground wire off about the same length, and we're going to bend it in the same direction as we bent the neutral wires. We're going to bend it to the down direction. Okay, now it's important, you see as there's two wires here, one top, one bottom. We're going to connect them together. We don't want to split them like, like that. We want them to be top and bottom. That way the flow of electricity is the same. So we're just going to put that in there. And the reason you want to leave that little bit of tab there is because you want to come on the back side of the screw and pinch these things together to make a full loop. Go ahead and pull that out a little bit and put that there. And that's why you leave a little extra wire sticking back. You don't want any bare wire out the back, and so if you skin about 1 inch of wire off, you'll be just fine, and you'll have enough to pinch it together and screw it in. And because we're going in the direction of the bend of the wire, it will not unravel. If you bend it the opposite direction, when the screw tightens up, it will try to unravel it. But in this case, it will actually tighten it. So there we go, that side, and do the same thing on the neutral side here. Trying to bend it around here so you can see it. Pinch those things together there, like that, and tighten it up. Now, don't be afraid to put a little bit of power on it. These things are built pretty tough, so oops. Trying to get a camera angle on this is putting my hands in a weird position here that it normally wouldn't be in. Alright, and tighten that up. And last but not least, we will connect the ground wire here. Put that together and tighten that up. Now, I like to bend the wire up in the back and then down in and kind of make an S out of it as I go in. So it kind of acts like a spring. Now, this is a long screw, so I'm going to use a power driver here. Put that in a little bit. And you want to make it kind of even and flat. Put our faceplate on. And we are done. Now we've taken a dangerous outlet that could have caused a fire, replaced it with a modern, high-quality outlet with the proper connections. This outlet right now is as good as an outlet can be. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and comment. Remember, when you comment or like, click on the little bell to be notified of new videos, and all the products seen in this video will be in the description of the video underneath. Just click on the show more. Until next time, this is the Jungle Explorer signing out.